that has tendency to, to demean and depress, the rights of our people. So this is why we're going to have a pressure group all around in Liberia to make sure that our people's rights are protected in every aspect, in every corner of this country. We're going to create partnership with opinion leaders, elders, advocacy group in Liberia, like we were saying, help members with immigration issue. Because how do you help somebody with immigration issue? As president of Lima, I've attended a lot of hearings in my community at the immigration office to get people documents. But at the FELMAUSA level now, we need to have we need to have a segment on immigration, so that when we have immigration issue and the person wants to leave from North Dakota or somewhere to come to the headquarters, they know exactly where they're coming to. They don't have to go and meet the president or look for the president. There has to be people there that are responsible for that. You see? So, but how do you organize that if you don't even have a building? You don't even have a place to settle. You don't even have the opportunity to do. So we need to do all of these legal aspects, but we have to have an area where people can come and identify us. I think there are a lot of brothers here today that are in the legal field. We, seek the pro bono aspect so that they can help us. I have a couple of friends in Philadelphia, although they're not Mandingo, but they're Muslim, and they cherish what we're doing. They've participated in most of our occasions, and they've in fact volunteered that whatever we have to do when it comes to legal issue, they'll be willing to help. And Brother Fofana here is one of those who can also help in those areas. We see volunteers, like we were talking about, to advance our cause, scholarship and medical mission. And these are programs that are already intact, and we make sure that this program continue. We're going to make sure that the medical mission continue. We make sure that the scholarship, if less, we make sure that all of these things continue under our leadership. We also want to expand the program, like I was telling you from the beginning, that we need area where we can be able to provide daycare, where we can be able to provide some of those services that are needed for us here, so that we can't forget ourselves, because our children we have here are the very children that is going to leave FELMAUSA tomorrow. So we have to have a program for them, so that as they grow up in a FELMAUSA system. See, so that, once they grow up in FELMAUSA system, it does not become strange or foreign to them, because they, from the inception, from their upbringing, they see that there's an organization my father associated himself with, and because the relevance he attached to it, it's also important that we attach that importance to it, because we do not have the opportunity, we don't have the time to be able to display some of those sacrifices, some of the sacrificial volunteer services we do, and for our kids to see us the way we saw our parents doing it. It's not possible. So we have to get our kids involved in a program like that. Employment opportunity, like I was telling you from the beginning, all of these things are possible once we have a system in place, once we have an institution in place. These will help to connect our members with staffing organization, provide resources that will also help them to advance whatever their endeavor, their expectations are. So basically, this is very important, and once we can do all of these, I'm certainly sure that FELMAUSA will become a productive, so that when you go to chapter will not tell you, well, what FELMAUSA is doing for, because there are a lot of chapters are saying what FELMAUSA is doing for us. You understand? So if you don't provide some of this, you don't transform FELMAUSA into a service-oriented organization, what is going to happen in the future, if many chapters are saying what FELMAUSA is doing for us, for us to be taking our money to pay, you may not have some friendly leadership. So the moment those numbers continue to increase, you will be losing chapters, because if they don't see the relevance of them being part of the organization in the future, what's going to happen? Your number is going to decrease. So we have to be more service-oriented, so that some of those areas we provide services to them, so that nobody in various chapter will say, well, but what FELMAUSA is doing for us? What FELMAUSA is doing for us? So that's why we want to emphasize the service orientation of FELMAUSA. So, organizations like us now in many quarters in America are providing service for their community. And I know we can do it. We have the number. We're going to introduce our ID card system. We're going to make sure that once the ID card system is introduced, that will help us to collect the information on people that are living in those various chapters. We're going to do that, and once we do that, we also going to empower our community, because empowerment has always been my focus point. Chapters must always be empowered to do it the best, to get the best out of them. And once you empower people, they provide you, they give you the best out of themselves, because you respect them, you give them the honor they deserve. So in essence, those are the services, those are the contemplation we will be concentrating when it comes to this election. And I want to thank you, all of you here tonight. Like I said from the beginning, this is not a political forum for me. I see this as as audience of brothers, and I've come to seek your permission. And I've also come to seek your support, that I've decided to run for the presidency of FELMAUSA, and I need your support. So I want to submit. Thank you.
This concludes our presentations. We now open the floor for anybody who may have a question to ask.
I'm sorry I wasn't here when this program started.